Have you been in a quarantine funk lately? I'm Allana Gremillion, and I can tell you that I have experienced this sad funk, especially lately. And I know a few ways to pull yourself out of it. Um, Not that I do it all the time, but I can show you ways to um, try to help boost your self esteem when you feel down. As someone with a mental illness, I face this quite often, and the quarantine has increased that highly. So, I want to talk to you about self care because self care should be practiced daily for overall health benefits. I have been working on this myself every day since Mother's Day because that was not a good day for me. So I decided I need to practice self care as well. So here are some reasons that you should practice self care. Um, so, what is self care? Well, self care is when you take time out of your day just for yourself to reflect and relax. Taking care of ourselves is important. Before we can take care of others, we definitely need to learn to take care of ourselves. You cannot pour from an empty glass. If you have nothing else to give, you have to stop and refill yourself before you can help someone else. And that is why you should practice self-care every day. So now that you know what it is, I will tell you some benefits. One, you're a lot less stressed because you take time to yourself to actually relax and breathe. You will feel better about yourself. And it's also mentally beneficial because it produces serotonin that fights off depression. Emotional health is also very important. So you feel better about yourself both mentally, and there's also physical benefits as well. Because if you exercise as part of routine for your self-care, then you start to be more conscious of all of your habits and replace them mentally with better ones that could prevent illnesses such as heart disease, diabetes, and high cholesterol. That's just to name a few. And that would help you with making yourself feel better as well. So now that you know some benefits of self-care, how do you practice them? So ways to practice self-care are, like I said, to rest and reflect. Do anything that is therapeutic to you. Some people like to do artwork. I myself like to do string art and resin work, which is type of art. So you could listen to music, you could color. You could color while listening to music, and I suggest to listen to some Hanson albums that are newer while you're coloring. That's the best kind of music, I think. Go shopping at a store when it's safe. You can keep a journal. That is a really good thing in this time right now, actually, to keep a journal because we are going through so many things that we've never gone through before, and it seems to all be happening all at once. And a journal can be a way to not only record things that are going on, but to also help you figure out how you feel and why you feel that way. And you can start to see a pattern if you write things down. You can also soak up in a tub. And one of the things that I've been doing this quarantine to make myself feel better is I get up and I get dressed. Sometimes I'll put on makeup, but usually not. But getting dressed makes me feel better about my appearance, and it makes me feel a lot less lazy. And I've been talking to a counselor, and lazy is one of those things that I've been talking to myself about a lot lately, calling myself lazy during quarantine because it feels like I'm not doing anything. When actuality is I'm doing so much more than I've ever done before. It just feels like we're getting nowhere because we're still at home. And another way to practice self-care is to exercise, as I have said. You want to walk around the block. It doesn't take much exercise, just walking around the block will do. I take my daughter in the stroller and we go for a walk around the block, and she takes a nap. She's 18 months old, and I get my sunshine. She gets her sunshine. We all get our fresh air, but I live in Louisiana and it's almost too hot to do that. So where I'm going with this is that it's very important to take care of yourself in order to be your very best self. You have to start with yourself to be your best. Of course, you have other responsibilities, especially if you have to take care of someone, but you can truly give more when you work on yourself. If you are taking breaks and you are breathing yourself, like, then you can take on anything. You just need a break every few minutes. Doing this myself has been helping me keep my sanity during this time. It doesn't seem like I'm very sane, but I know it's working because I'm not exploding. Even if I have to stay up till 3 a.m., I get in my me time. From now on, I have been making it a point that I get my self-care so that I can be a better person. For your overall health, you should practice self-care as well, and do not give up.